In this video, we will discuss the 5 steps of critical thinking and how they can be applied to everyday situations. Step 1. Identify the problem or question. The first step in critical thinking is to identify the problem or question that needs to be addressed. This may involve breaking down a complex issue into smaller parts or simply clarifying a question. It is important to define the problem or question clearly so that you can focus your thinking and research. Step 2. Gather information and evidence. Once you have identified the problem or question, the next step is to gather information and evidence. This may involve researching online, talking to experts, or reading articles and books. It is important to evaluate the quality of the sources you use, considering their credibility and reliability. Step 3. Evaluate the information and evidence. Once you have gathered information and evidence, the next step is to evaluate it. This involves assessing the relevance, credibility, and accuracy of the sources you have used. You should consider the biases of the authors or sources and look for evidence that supports different viewpoints. Step 4. Consider different perspectives. After you have evaluated the information and evidence, the next step is to consider different perspectives. This involves examining the arguments and reasoning of those who disagree with you and considering how your own biases and assumptions might be affecting your thinking. It is important to approach different viewpoints with an open mind and a willingness to consider evidence that contradicts your own beliefs. Step 5. Draw a conclusion. The final step in critical thinking is to draw a conclusion. This involves synthesizing the information and evidence you have gathered and evaluating it in light of the different perspectives you have considered. Your conclusion should be based on logic and evidence, rather than emotions or personal biases. It is important to be willing to revise your conclusion if new information comes to light. In conclusion, critical thinking is a valuable skill that can be applied to a variety of situations. By following the 5 steps outlined in this article, you can approach problems and questions with a clear and logical mindset. By gathering and evaluating information, considering different perspectives, and drawing a conclusion based on evidence, you can make informed decisions and communicate effectively with others. Critical thinking is an essential skill for success in academic, professional, and personal life.